Hey there. So I just wanted to let you know that every rider that gets into my car, I cover them in prayer. Before they get into my car, sometimes when they're in my car, and sometimes when they get out of my car as well, if I feel led. But there are specific people that the Lord sends me, and I know who they are when they're in my car. So when I say, hey, the Lord sent me 3 more, that's what I mean. Because I typically have like 10 or 15 people in my car in a day, and there's usually 2 or 3 or more that the Lord sends me. And then sometimes there's a day where I don't have any. But I just wanted to communicate that to y'all, just so you know that everybody's covered. So today specifically I had 3, and 2 of them, I was able to encourage them and just pray for their situation. And then the other one was my first rider actually, and she got in and she was in my car for 30 minutes, and she just started telling me about what she's going through and what she's struggling with, and I've been through a lot in my life, and so it makes me relatively relatable to most people. And so that's also a blessing in disguise, I guess you could say. And so I was able to really just like speak into her situations, each one, and just love her and encourage her, and show respect and just listen. I do a lot of listening and listen to her heart, because that's so important. And then, I would encourage her and give her advice here and there. And, the Lord is always in my conversation. It doesn't matter who I'm speaking to. And so I was telling her about part of my testimony. I have many, many, many testimonies, but part of my testimony, where I came from, and how the Lord led me and where I am today. And so she said, well, she said a lot of things, but one of the things that she said that she's Wiccan. And she said, I asked her to explain what that is, and she said that she's a witch. And I said, okay. And I'm like, can you tell me more about it? And so we had a whole conversation about it, and I just listened, and we talked about it. There's a lot of specifics about it as well, because I don't know enough about it, but I'm not going to judge her or condemn her for it. So, I was speaking truth from my side, and she was speaking, and it wasn't an argument. It was just like a respectful conversation. And then in the end, I asked her if I could pray for her, and she said yeah, which I was surprised. So in the end, I prayed, and it was so sweet. She bowed her head, and I just covered her in prayer like I would anybody else. So yeah, it was beautiful, and I'm grateful, and I'm